Learning from success or learning from failure?
Failure.
Case study or real business case simulation?
Case study.
Okay, emotional intelligence or analytical skills?
Second reason, very good reason, is that just recently director which I've joined was part of IIM Calcutta. So once he joined the college, he has really improved our college. Basically, like the collaborations he's making.
Hello, hey Anirban, hi.
Hi Elias, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Welcome to the IIM Journey podcast series. Thank you for coming today. How was your day?
Like my day was fine. Like it's a weekend, so I'm just off from my work for a bit. But yeah, it's going on well.
That's good. So, you tell us which IIM you have graduated from. So, which IIM have you graduated from?
So I've graduated from IIM Sirmaur in marketing and operations. Yeah,
Okay.
and post that I have joined an NBFC named Neo Growth. So yeah, that is.
And why did what's your background? Are you an engineer as well?
So I started off as a mechanical engineer, right? And post my engineering, when I get the technical knowledge, I understood that I wanted more. I had more management skills in me, which pushed me towards an MBA after my engineering. So yeah, I'm a mechanic, B.Tech plus MBA.
पैसा ही पैसा होगा.
How did you realize that you had those managerial skills? What made you realize those?
So basically, my interest for companies, like how the campaigns run. Like back in the day, we never understood that. Before my MBA, I never understood that what is value of a campaign, or what is the value of like all these ads running, or all like what is a company financial or everything. So when but looking at the companies, how they grow, how these Reliance and Adanis, they grow, that gave me an understanding like there must be some sort of skill sets that they have, which I need to discover in myself as well. So that is the reason, I chose MBA.
Did you get those skill sets when you entered IIM Sirmaur?
So honestly speaking, yes, because the professors which we got were very experienced. Like we had a collaboration with IIM Indore, so we had like the faculties of IIM Indore, they came to our college like full time, like they had a whole year course. So that exposure or understanding, like that, the understanding they have gained from their experience, it definitely gave us that like a very different perspective how to think, because they have been on it for like years. They have done in big MNCs, they have driven results, right? They have taught in the best B schools. So yes, that has definitely like given us a very different perspective of how to look at things from an MBA, like after an MBA.
Can you tell us some of the topics that what was among one of your favorite topics that you learned during your MBA? Can you tell us to our audience?
So it was mostly the topic what I say was I love economics. So economics was one subject that which was one of my favorite subject topics, like understanding the basic inflation or everything, how economy works. That was one of my favorite topics. Apart from that, since I was of marketing background, so there's the subject of advanced marketing research, right? We had a very good professor from Ahmedabad teaching us that course. So he taught us, right, like in a very old school way to say it. Like
what do you mean by old school?
ओल्ड स्कूल में मतलब एकदम से बच्चों के जैसे पढ़ाना, मतलब
मजा आया. और मैं ये जो मजा है हिंदुस्तान के हर व्यक्ति को देना चाहता हूँ
कि अच्छा ये he was quite aged as well, so that gave us that subject in itself was quite eye opening for me, to say it, eye opening. And yeah, economics and advanced market research, these two were something that I really loved.
And when so what is the frequency of professors coming from other institutes? IIM Ahmedabad se aa rahe, Indore se aa rahe. So what was the frequency?
So frequency wise, in like most out of the faculties, you'd say that 60% were in-house and 40% were from other institutes, like top institutes, mostly IIMs. Yeah, other like there were colleges as well, like SPJN and all. There's professors from there as well, but you can say 60-40 split.
And when you had the eureka moment, like you discovered कि तुम्हारे अंदर you have that managerial skills, you want to do MBA. So and what was the next process? What did you do after that? कैसे prepare किया CAT के लिए? What books did you see? What did you think?
So start talking about my preparation for CAT. Like पहले मैंने decide किया तो सब लोग ही decide करते हैं MBA करना है. And then once you decide, then you start the process कि what are the exams. Like
And
what is the
that was in the final year when you decided that, or was it in which
No,
year?
it was post. It was 1 year post my final year. Final year, yeah.
So in the pre-final year.
No. 1 year post my final year. So basically,
Okay.
when I graduated 2019, it was 2020. I decided like on MBA. Why? Because and why I like. Okay, so talking about the process.
अबे जल्दी बोल, कल सुबह पनवेल निकलना है.
So you discover, right? I got to know that there is this CAT and all, like, and all this phenomenon, like all of this criteria of GEM and engineer mail, all this. So that is how it started. CAT, I started like I stay in Meghalaya, so there was no coaching center as such. So I had to like first go was for me normal preparation, like खुद से सब कुछ प्रिपेयर किया, सब कुछ वैसा चला तो बट एंड देन फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट वाज नॉट गुड. It was just where 72 or something, 73%. I gave it another shot. So this time around I prepared a little better. I knew like I took more mocks. When I took more mocks, I got to understand like where were the flaws and all. And then in that way I discovered that this is the process that you should follow.
So what is that process? And so you are saying you realized that you want to do MBA in 2020. So your first attempt was in 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Okay.
And the second was in 2021.
So you said what is the process? क्या process था? What did you realize that worked for you?
So there are two phases to MBA, what I consider. Like one is the CAT exam as such, and second is the GDPI. So talking about CAT exam as per se, there the process like is not about my first mistake was that I was going for all the questions. I never had a guide, so I was doing it on my own. I was going for all the questions. But you have to understand that CAT is about choosing the questions. That is one thing that really helped me. Like at a go, when you look at the question, you understand that you have to solve it, you have to go ahead for it, or you have to skip it. And in that way, like how many questions will you be able to solve? Speed was never my target. Speed came up naturally for me. Speed came up naturally where I solved more and more. The questions became so easy for me that speed was not an issue. So yeah, that time management and accuracy was my target. Right? How accurately will I be solving? Time management, accuracy was the key to my first part of the relay. Second was for GDPI. So when my CAT was done and like CAT was over and all, I was expecting something good out of it. Then came this phase in which we had only no GDs, only PIs in our time. So for PIs, we basically had to for PIs, I got to know like in YouTube like what are the topics and all. Yeah, who are like the best coaching centers and all who will provide me with this kind like will provide me with the PI the PI or do all this session. So I got with some coaching center, and in this part of the journey, it was more about understanding the business. Like from a MBA grad, maybe I don't. But back then, the understanding was very minimal for us. Like businesses chalte hai, acha matlab, our understanding of businesses was quite minimal. But when you take those interviews and you repeatedly getting bombarded with all the case studies, kind of, or all the questions, or all the GK, general knowledge, and all. So you start to look at things from the perspective of a business guy, like who looks and understands what is this model, what is revenue model. We start from like it started from very basics, like what is marketing, what is finance. But that was a very like that interview session. I feel like it helped me in my MBA journey as well. How? Because it propelled me in that direction right from the start. I was dedicated, right? Because I loved it. I was not only dedicated, but I was interested with all this, like talking about acquisitions and all. I was interested, like how companies come out of very terrible situations. So in my interview, basically I focused on having a business perspective. When I and another was general knowledge, which is very key to the interviews. Like mostly in my IIM interviews as well, general knowledge was very important.
So you're saying your all the preparation you have done is through YouTube only?
No. I for my PI I joined. For my CAT preparation I just took mocks, and for my PI I took coaching with an external agency. So yeah, so that is it.
Okay, and so did the external agency that you're talking about, did they provide you, how many mocks did they provide you, or how was the sessions done?
So basically the sessions were at night. Now I don't remember exactly, but yeah, sessions were at night, like 2 hours session every day, and it was split into GK, then marketing, finance, some kind of concepts that way. Yeah. So and they gave us study materials as well for us to read for the interview.
Basically it was all theory. Was there any practical as well?
Practical as well, yeah. So basically in between all this interview, like all this case studies, there were two mock sessions, I guess, per week, or 2 mock sessions. Yeah, intensity gradually increased, but it was average of 2 mock sessions. So they would be taking, like, I would be giving an interview, they would be giving the feedback. So like, where should I improve, like where should I try to take the interview into. So yeah, that is also very important.
Did it help you?
Talking. Yeah, definitely, like it helped me. Otherwise, like when I went for the interview, so I knew exactly what will be the next question. Like I would know, like how to drive the interview in the direction. So basically that is very important. Like you throw topics at the interviewer who can basically, like, the topics that you know, so you throw at him, he grabs on it, and that is how you drive the whole interview.
So how did you drive your IIM Sirmaur interview? Can you give us a brief overview? How did you do that? Some examples maybe.
So for us it was a CAP interview. So there was no IIM Sirmaur interview. It was a CAP overall interview. And in those interviews, basically it was regarding something of the budget. I guess it was about the budget. I still remember. So I just had the session of budget. I analyzed the budget, like whatever I could, how it was affecting the economy and all. They gave us study materials, like analyzed, like which gave us pointers about the budget. So while I was talking, while the question came around, something of, it was something regarding renewable energy. I remember I knew that the point was same is there in the budget also. Like in the budget, there was some provision for renewable energy.
So you just matched those points. That's
so those points matched. Yeah, so the points matched. It was on the flow. I wasn't expecting. It was on the flow. The points matched. The interviewer took the interview towards budget then. So the interview went towards budget. Yeah. So and there were other great highlights. Push strategy. Yeah. So the other, like, what happens is that, like, when you start talking about a budget, then I know the key points where I'm strong at, the points that I've analyzed well. I thought that points, I picked on it again. That's how the interview progressed. So, yeah,
And
that
what?
helped GDP.
Okay. And what else questions were asked about? What else topics did you guys discuss during your this CAP interview?
So it was regarding my B.Tech as well, my mechanical engineering. So they asked topics regarding thermodynamics and like I was a mechanical engineer, so topic about thermodynamics and all, and something around what else? Like around mostly it was business, GK, and thermodynamics. That was the sorry, my technical background, which was I was in the B.Tech background. So
And
that
how
was
many technical questions did you encounter?
if I remember, yeah, around 5 6. I could under I 5 6 if I remember well.
Okay. And what was the duration of your entire interview?
That's like too long
Maybe.
ago to remember.
So
But,
was it around half
uh,
an hour? Around half an
it
hour?
was a good interview basically. Yeah, 30 to 45 minutes. It went well. Like I was fully confident during my interview, and yeah, because it was going in the direction that I wanted. I knew the topics. I was confident when I gave 2 3 answers. The confidence I had the boost in myself, and then it went for 30 45 minutes. Yeah, like a normal good interview goes.
That's great. And was it online? Was it physical?
Online. During our time, the sessions were held online.
And how many panelists did you have?
I guess three, or no, sorry, not three, two panelists.
Okay.
One was professor I met in the college as well.
Oh,
He
he
was
so
professor.
Sirmaur. Okay, so maybe he wanted you and he took you in Sirmaur.
Who knows?
Okay, that's good. So what did that professor teach in Sirmaur?
He was part of finance. So in the second year he taught subject. I wasn't part of finance in second year, so we never had the chance.
And going back to your CAT preparation, so how did you prepare for CAT? Like that time you followed YouTube. Which channels you followed in YouTube? What was your strategy?
I remember one. The free time will always be streaming YouTube channels of cats, all the coaching center channels. One channel that really helped me was iQuanti. I remember iQuanti, not iQuanti. It was Pratik sir's channel. I don't remember. He is quite good. Like his problem and like analytical skill was very good. Pratik sir's channel was. So that channel has really helped me a lot. Like giving me that perspective of how to solve questions very fast. You just sometimes you don't even have to solve a question. You see the question and it's just common sense that this is the answer. So that perspective helped me.
So
Other channels.
So
around-
like I mean we both know CAT questions are very tough. So by seeing the questions you can tell the answer or
ये फंस गया सीएम इसे पार्टी की मीटिंग समझ के फंस गया
So basically, it is like you have to have that understanding. Like it cannot be 20%. You can solve it mentally as well. It like, for example, the distance or ratios. Sometimes there are very small cues in the question that you can understand. You can eliminate the option, 2 3 options. You are left with two. You can
Okay.
mentally calculate.
That
this
helps
is
you,
the
that
one.
makes
you
you-
can go
that
reverse.
makes you-
You can go reverse as well. You can use that. Okay, 40. Like once you have eliminated 2 questions, you know that this is 40%. You can use that 40%, and that will be faster than solving it in the top-down approach.
correct. Yes.
अच्छा
So that's a good one. What else techniques did you learn from these YouTubers?
Techniques, as in, this was one. Elimination was one of the good techniques. Second was how to calculate all these percentages better. Like you understand, like when you see like all these ratios and percentages, or the clock one, which is very famous, like in our CAT preparation, how the clock functions and all you have to run. So you using all this. So these are some of the ones I remember because it's been a long time, so I exactly don't remember. But yeah, they helped me a lot.
What was the duration for your CAT preparation?
My duration was around, you can say, 6 months.
So that
Probably.
you are saying for the second attempt or the first attempt?
For the second attempt, my duration was like I started somewhere around March. Like once my first attempt didn't go well, I tried. Like I was, I haywired for a while, and then I started again in March. So once I started again in March and March 2, like, and then talking about the duration, it basically the frequency increased once it was November, around November. My mocks increased. I was getting better scores. So once it was October, and yeah, sometime it dipped as well. It just dipped the mock scores. So yeah,
How many
that
mocks
is.
did you take?
I took a lot of mocks. I remember I took around इतना दिन का एक तो लेता ही था यार, frequency wise. I took like last month में तो दिन का एक मॉक चलता ही था मेरा. सुबह मॉक दे रहा हूँ, शाम को एनालाइज कर रहा हूँ.
Right. So, what did you find out from the analysis? Did you improve on your strengths, or did you focus on your weak points to improve them? What was your
At the end, it was focusing on my strengths. Why? Because that was not the time for me to go and deep dive into something else. VRC was my strength. Like talking over on VRC was my strength. So yeah, once I analyzed the mocks, I knew that why I was getting it wrong, the answers. So next time when I give, there is this muscle memory which triggered, and yeah, it kept on getting better. So when you analyze, you know exactly where the mistakes are and what is your, like, you could have answered it right, maybe because of time or maybe because of some other reason you just faltered on it. When you analyze the mocks, you get a better understanding.
And why did you choose IIM Sirmaur? What was the reason? What other options did you have?
I had Bodh Gaya, IMT. I chose Sirmaur because I am from Meghalaya and Himachal is hilly place. That was the only reason I chose. I had Jammu as well. So, but for like Sirmaur particularly, why did I choose? I don't know. There was this career. I didn't really think as such because
Jammu is more hillier, तो जम्मू में चले जाते.
जम्मू का पता नहीं क्या था तब स्टिग्मा, बट वो मैं क्या बोलते हैं, सिरमौर इसलिए चूज किया था बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, it just connected. I didn't really give that much of thought because I considered all of them as of same
At par.
category.
Okay.
Yeah, at par.
And
also
did you
it
talk
was-
to? Yes, you were
Alumni.
saying something. Did you talk to the alumni and the students who were studying at present in Sirmaur? Did you have had a chance to
हाँ, like
before
basically
you took admission? Yeah.
Once the admission process takes part, I took like you have to give the initial fees and all, so for you're staying in the waiting list and all. So I took for IIM Jammu and all. In the process, I went into LinkedIn. I talked with a few seniors and all. One person from IIM Sirmaur, he was like he was also a good like motivator for me. Like he made me understand about the MBA like journey in IIM Sirmaur and how it's like how it has helped him. So that was the reason that yes, I chose Sirmaur.
So, what would you say? You are studied in Sirmaur. You have graduated recently. So, what would you say are the why should students join Sirmaur, and what are the negatives of IIM Sirmaur, and positives and the negatives of an MBA from IIM Sirmaur?
One positive is cheap. First, it's still cheaper. Second
You mean
is that
cheaper compared to the other IIMs or the other baby IIMs? Cheaper in what sense?
it's at the rate even compared to the baby IIMs as well. It's affordable. The rate ROI gets increased basically.
Okay,
What
better
is that?
ROI. Okay.
Second reason, very good reason, is that just recently a director which I've joined was part of IIM Calcutta. So once he joined the college, he has really improved our college. Basically, like the collaborations he's making and all that. So that is these two I feel are the very good reasons.
What kind of
Negatives, I would
collaborations? Like industry
collaboration as in industry collaboration, like for like all this finance top CFA institutes and all. So he's making collaborations as such. The industry connect that he had while he was in Calcutta. He was part of placement committee, if I remember well, in IIM Calcutta. So he had all these contacts at very good places. So that these two I feel are very good positives for IIM Sirmaur currently. Maybe it's a baby now, but you never know. Like when you like, I feel like it was a very good bet. IIM Sirmaur was a very good bet.
Yeah, so a good baby.
It's a good baby. Not it faltered in between, but it's going good now. It will show results. This and last is the in like it's Himachal, so that is another plus point. Talking about negatives, in a way Industry Connect gets an issue, but that is getting solved with online. But still that is one of the biggest negative, industry exposure in Himachal. So that is one of the negative, and second is infrastructure is not yet ready. So that is a very big negative. You'll get to understand the importance of an infrastructure once you're in MBA. Yeah.
So, but I think they're getting a permanent campus soon. So that I think that negative
it's on the
point-
process. Yeah, it's
so
on the
that
process.
That negative point would be eliminated.
Yep.
Okay.
It's an IIM after all. Like it's an institute of national importance. So they have to do it, and that was also the reason I chose IIM,
Okay.
because ultimately it like this is a brand. You cannot just let it go. So they will try their best to make it the best.
And did you get the organization you're working at currently? Was it a placement from IIM Sirmaur?
Yeah. Currently, the organization I'm working, it's an NBFC, and the placement was from my college.
So can you walk us briefly through how the placement at IIM Sirmaur works? What do you have to do? How do recruiters come? Can you just give in a brief idea so that our audience can know?
So basically, talking about placements, it's like placements for me, it was hectic for me. I was part of cultural committee, and I was also focused with my academics and all. So everything piled up, and over and above that, placements was really hectic. Like all those interviews preparing for them. But what I got to know is that as the days passed in your college, at first instance I was very kind of worried, like how will my interviews go, or like which company will I be placed, can I compete and all. But as and when you start preparing, and as and when you start understanding, doing more case studies.
How did you
And-
prepare?
For the interviews, basically there was this cell as well, trading and placement cell. They taught us. They had collaboration with other agencies as well. So they basically taught us how to prepare. But what I mean is that was just a secondary part, I feel. But more important was the knowledge that I gained from the case studies. That actually helped me in my interviews. So the understanding about how to look at a balance sheet, basically how to look at a balance sheet, how the revenue, where to see that what is the reason that your revenue is not going up. That you understand when you solve more case studies. You get to better understand to where should you target your marketing at, what is the cost. So all this helped me in my interview as well. Yeah.
And how many interviews did you give during this placement season?
I got placed very early, so not much.
Okay, yes. Okay, all your preparation helps. So this case studies you're talking about, how does it look like? Can you give a brief of a case study that you like that helped you for your preparation better for your interviews?
So how would it look like? So basically, it would just be a situation in the company, like in the X company, do a situation that okay, this is happening currently, that this is they want to market, they want to do a marketing for a company, the marketing manager wants to do marketing, for example. So they would give us the numbers, like these are the figures, like these are the leads that they can get from this channel. So I want to, let me not go so deep, but these are the lead source that they want to target. So and these are the cost for every of the channel. So in a case study, basically you have to analyze the numbers and say that this is the best option for them. Yes, the
Right.
professor is always a good guide. They will help you think in that direction. When you in the classroom, once you have the discussions about the case study, that will open up various things for the case study. That will start to like make sense. All the numbers start to make sense. That is where it gets interesting.
Okay. All right. So Anirban, we'll just have a quick rapid fire with you right now. I'll
Alright.
give you two questions. I'll give you two options. You have to choose one. There may not be a rational reason for the same. You just choose one. Ready?
Okay, sure. I'm ready.
Okay. Learning from success or learning from failure?
Failure.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. Case study or real business case simulation?
Case study.
Okay. Work-life balance or workaholic?
Workaholic.
Okay. Okay. Emotional intelligence or analytical skills?
This is tough one. Emotional intelligence. At the end, intuition plays a very big role.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think we are done with the rapid fire. So,
Okay,
what
sure.
would be your tip for people who are preparing for the CAT, the PIs and GDs? So what would be your advice to them?
I would say that to stay focused. Like cat is just like you just see it as a cat and you have to bell it. Stay focused, very focused. Like, and every time you're giving all those analyzing the mocks, you just analyze from a perspective of how can you do it better next time. There, it's very important. Once the season comes, mocks will be like your go-to. Like you should be able to understand, like calculate the time that okay, reading comprehension had be for this much minute. You should be that much in hold of the whole process of CAT exam, and also read follow pages, YouTube pages which talks about UPSC pages helps a lot. I'll see you. UPSC pages will help you give give you
General
that
knowledge?
edge regarding general knowledge. Yeah, general knowledge mostly and economics as well. So you'll get a very very wide perspective. So UPSC pages are very good go to. Yeah.
Okay, UPSC helped you to crack CAT as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So all
Mostly
roads
the
lead to
interview.
Rome.
Yeah.
All roads are leading to Rome.
It
now.
was basically me exploring a lot of things, and somewhere it clicked that this is helping me. So yeah, that was not a planned strategy. I was roaming around, streaming around, and they helped. So it helped. Yeah. You should never make your pool small. You should always look big.
Exactly. So, and right now, where are you located? What's your work location? What do you do? What's your role?
Currently, I'm in Mumbai. I'm a assistant product manager now. I report to the VP of products. So yeah, going good. It's an NPFC. We lend to kiranas and all the supply chain vendors. So yeah, it's going good. It's Mumbai is Mumbai. It's a little tough place, but it's a lovely place as well. Sapno ka sheher. That's great.
Yes, Sapno ka Sheher. So, and did your MBA help in the role that you're doing? Do you see any connection? Do you think it's very helpful right now?
Definitely, like when I the case study was case study, but this is practical. You see the numbers in your eyes, like in front of you, and then you understand that yes, that it impacts somewhere or the other impacts. The MBA will give you this direction. You can give that same statement to someone else, and he might just look at it and gauge it from a different perspective. But you know that what are the reasons that okay, disbursements are falling. What is the reason disbursement would be falling? So yeah, case studies and all those discussions somewhere down the line, like having those like it's building your muscle up, brain muscles. So somewhere down the line you know how to think about it.
Your emotional intelligence, that the option you choose,
Yeah.
so that's increasing for you.
That is also increasing. The decisions that you make, it keeps you on waiting better. And I've just joined the industry. Maybe down the line, the more decisions I'll be taking, and the more and more roles I'll be taking, the more and more projects I'll be taking. That will help me be more efficient and be more proficient at my skills. That it will basically give me a much more larger edge.
Definitely. And you talked about being focused for the CAT students. So how did you manage to keep your focus during your preparation?
My focus was like when those numbers start going, so that is adrenaline rush for me. So that was my focus.
So like you focus on
So
the
like
end
the
goal
CAT
and
numbers,
yes.
not the
Okay.
end goal, like all those mock numbers basically.
Okay.
इतना क्वेश्चन सही हो गया, इतना वो सही हो गया, इतना परसेंटाइल आ गया. So that was my focus, diligently looking at those numbers.
Okay.
And that gave me that adrenaline rush. कभी कभी गिर जाता है तो बहुत बुरा लग जाता है, and then you want to do it more. So that journey in itself was quite a journey for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Anirban, for your time today. We hope you'll do great. Your muscle memory will keep on increasing. You will take better decision, much more better decisions. And thank you for your time today. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.